Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into something pretty interesting, the world of RC racing. You got this weird situation, right, where kids, like actual preteens, are battling it out with guys in their 50s, and both can win. So this is kind of paradox. Our mission today, find the absolute youngest and the oldest champions from what we call a major race.
Yeah.
And sort of explore what that tells us about skill and, why people compete.
Yeah, and to really get into that, we first need to be clear on what we mean by a major race because, there are tons of races out there. So for this deep dive, we've kind of settled on 3 tiers. Tier 1, that's the absolute top. Think World Championships. So like IFMR for cars, that's the International Federation of Model Auto Racing, or FAI for air sports, drones, aerobatics, that sort of thing. The Fédération Aéronautique Internationale.
Okay, so Tier 1 is the world title. Makes sense. What about the other tiers? Why are they still major enough for us to look at?
Good question. Tier 2 covers the big continental and like the top national championships. So you're talking Roar Nationals over in the US or the European Championships. These are really important races, major proving grounds. And then Tier 3, that's for the big international invitationals. Events that aren't part of a championship series, maybe, but they're huge, like the Silver State Indoor Championships. Massive event, attracts drivers from all over the world, tons of prestige.
Got it. Okay, so let's talk about this range. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Let's start with the kids, the prodigies. What's their edge?
Well, a lot of times it seems to be about just raw talent showing up super early. The youngest confirmed winner we found for any major internationally recognized RC race, that's an American driver, Buddy Christian. He won a 15-scale class championship. These are big, powerful cars, mind you, at Silver State.
That Tier 3 Invitational you mean?
Exactly, and he was only 8 years old when he won it.
8?
Yeah, 8. And Silver State, it's packed with hundreds of top drivers, factory pros. For an 8-year-old kid to win there, it's really unprecedented. It kind of shows how RC racing, a bit like karting for F1 hopefuls, can build those core racing instincts from a super young age.
Okay, 8 is stunning for a big invitational. Yeah. What about actual world championships, the Tier 1 stuff?
Right, for the official world titles, the youngest is Wanaraya Wanapong from Thailand. Everyone calls her Milk. In 2018, she won the FAI World Drone Racing Championship. She was just 11.
11 for a world title.
11. And then she did it again the next year, defended her title at 12. It really highlights drone racing, FPV first-person view, which is all about those super fast reflexes, incredible hand-eye coordination, skills that, often peak when you're quite young, late childhood even.
And for cars, like IFMAR Worlds.
In the more traditional RC car world, the youngest there seems to be Naito Matsukura from Japan. He won the IFMAR 1.12 on-road electric worlds back when he was 15, and that's one of the most technically tricky classes out there.
15 is young, but then you flip it, and it gets just as interesting with the older competitors, the veterans. Who's holding titles at the other end of the age spectrum?
Okay, yeah, the oldest confirmed winner of a Tier 1 World Championship is Christophe Pesant-Leroux. He's French. He won his 9th FAI F3A World Championship, that's for aerobatic model aircraft, back in 2017, and he was 50 years old.
50? And his 9th title?
9th world title at 50, F3A, it's all about precision. Think like figure skating, but with model airplanes. You're judged on hitting geometric patterns perfectly, smooth control, not raw speed.
Ah, okay.
So you see this kind of inverse thing happening, right? Disciplines needing pure speed, quick reflexes, they favor the young guns. But the ones relying more on precision, super careful setup, just decades of built-up knowledge, like F3A aerobatics, that's where veterans can stay on top for ages.
That makes sense. And we've seen other legends, right? Like Masami Hirosaka in cars, considered maybe the greatest ever. He won his last world championship, his 14th IFMAR title, I think, at 34, after being dominant for like 2 decades.
Exactly. Or Lamberto Collari, an 18th scale nitro on road. He absolutely owned that class for 20 years. Won his 9th world title somewhere in his late 30s, maybe early 40s. These are careers built on just deep understanding and incredibly refined skill over time.
So skill in RC isn't just one thing.
Not at all. It's a mix, right? Different abilities mature differently. Maybe new tech, like drones, favors being adaptable, quick reflexes, being, digitally fluent. While they establish classes, they reward that really nuanced technical know-how that just takes years and years to get.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway for you listening? It really seems like RC racing is this amazing kind of unique arena. You've got an 8-year-old who can genuinely compete with and beat someone who's 50. And depending on what they're doing, whether it's about blinding speed or meticulous experience control, either one can end up a champion. It's just a fascinating display of human skill across a whole lifetime. And maybe that leaves you with a thought to chew on. Are there other competitive fields out there, maybe outside of motorsports altogether, where you see this same thing? Where both that burst of youthful talent and that deep well of experience can both lead right to the very top. World-class mastery at both ends, something for you to ponder.